internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. This is going to be monumental. We are going to go over, for once and for all, retail is completely priced out, and the perspectives that I'm going to give you is going to have you go, wow, this is insanity. It's going to unlock a new corridor in your brain, I guarantee you. And if you disagree with today's episode, please tell me why in the comments down below. But your opinions, your thoughts are highly appreciative in today's episode because it is a very, very important topic. And the perspective that we are going to put out there, it is a jaw dropper. I'm so excited to make this episode right now. You have no idea. And a lot of you may not understand why I do this every single day. But when I worked in private banking, our number one priority was financial freedom. And we have that moment right now. But the thing is, no one's going to tell you. You have to go and do your own research. Okay? And that's what private banking is pretty much. To setting you up for retirement, having your dividends pay you, building a portfolio so you can actually sleep at night. And we'll cover everything. Estates, family planning, insurance, trusts, the whole household, not just stocks. And then collect insane amount of fees, which just didn't make sense to me because these individuals did absolutely nothing. But when I stepped into crypto, none of that existed. Zero. Just chaos, noise, gambling. And that's why I've always talked about $100 XRP. We have to educate ourselves on how it's going to get there. And once you understand that, it's game over. And that's why it's taken so long for XRP even to do anything, because there's a real utility behind it. And Michael Saylor actually confirmed exactly what we have been saying for a very long time. Bitcoin only goes up because you hope somebody richer than you comes in with more capital and buys it because they think it's scarce. Okay, Bitcoin will be here for a while. I'm bullish Bitcoin. I hold Bitcoin, but it just doesn't make sense to me.
But yeah, because once you get Bitcoin and it clicks in your mind, your immediate reaction is, oh, I gotta hurry and buy as much as I can because someone else is gonna go take all my Bitcoin away from me. So, like in 2020, when I started buying Bitcoin, I was thinking, oh no, I gotta do this in a hurry because someone's gonna figure it out and the price is gonna 10x, and I better get it before it 10x's. So, I mean, that's a natural reaction when it finally clicks in your head, because you're thinking, why wouldn't every billionaire in the world go and buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, smash buy it overnight, and just to make $1 billion? Because why wouldn't they just want to make $1 billion or $5 billion or $10 billion or any amount of money? I mean, Bitcoin, it feels like in the early days the infinite money glitch, right? But money, I mean, Bitcoin, it feels like in the early days the infinite money glitch, right? But money, I mean, Bitcoin, it feels like in the early days the infinite money glitch, right? But,
and let me tell you, 99% of you watching right now, you're already sitting handsomely in profit. So for anyone leaving negative comments, you're not exposing XRP. You're exposing yourself. You're literally telling the world you didn't accumulate enough. And honestly, you're embarrassing yourself, so stop it. And now let's get into why this is monumental. Because we talked about if you had accumulated $500 a day since the SC lawsuit until yesterday, you would have accumulated around 44,000 XRP today. That's blue collar conviction. That's discipline, and that's some serious foresight. Meanwhile, the retail investors walking in today with 50,000 at $3.01 only gets you around 16,600 XRP. That's it. Now look at the difference here. Your 16,000.6 XRP at $100 is going to give you 1.6 million. Your 44,000 XRP at $100, just for putting $500 a month, is going to give you 4.4 million. That's the gap. That's the difference between I made money and I changed my bloodline. Because with $4.4 million, you can set your family up for a very good long time. You do understand that, right? You do not need insane amounts of money. And to really hammer this home, let's compare to history. Bitcoin back in October was 5 cents. To be a billionaire today, you only needed 8,000 Bitcoin. That's a $400 investment to a billionaire. Ethereum was at 70 cents. To be a billionaire today, you needed about 294,000 Ethereum, and that would have cost you just over $200,000 to be a billionaire. Now, fast forward to XRP, right? XRP has been around way before Ethereum, right? Ethereum was first published on CoinMarketCap August 9th, 2015. And here we have September 1st, 2013. You have Bitcoin, Litecoin, and XRP. And for a very long time, it was just XRP and Bitcoin at number 1 and 2. And now let's fast forward to XRP, right? The SEC gave us 5 full years to accumulate, and people were accumulating way before that. While everybody mocked us, if you stuck to the plan, your $28,000 of disciplined DCA now sits around 44,000 XRP, which is over 6 figures. Is that enough to be a billionaire? Maybe not. Even when XRP if it goes $10,000 in the future, right? You're only talking about $440 million. But again, like, you don't even need that money. What are you going to do with that money? Honestly. Like, let me know what you're going to do with that money. Let me know what you're going to do with even 50 million, right? Like, you don't need that much money. And we talked about what we just said about Bitcoin, right? Investing $400. But is it enough to make you generationally wealthy once XRP is running the pipes of a $100 trillion financial system? Absolutely, right? And let's not pretend. The stock market is already inflated to $100 trillion. The US dollar, worthless. We all know it's propped up. They told you that they printed $8 trillion during COVID. The real value has to move somewhere into real assets, into digital plumbing, into the infrastructure of the new world. That's why these big numbers, $100 XRP, $500 XRP, $1,000 XRP sounds crazy today, but that's not crazy. It will happen as these systems are just start scaling. It's going to happen because the moment the system flips, trillions will need a bridge. And there's only one bridge that could really handle this, and it's XRP. And this is not, this is, folks, if you're just joining us, we have done institutional grade research on this channel. Okay, this is not based off of what we think. We went heavy into XRP, not off of speculation, but conviction and understanding what this does. Okay, and there is still an opportunity for individuals to get a glimpse of this. But realistically, retail is done. Institutions are here, and the XRP army, we're the last retail generation to hold meaningful bags before the door is slammed shut. That's why I keep saying it. It's not speculation anymore. This is infrastructure, and infrastructure is permanent. So don't get it twisted. This is history. And the fact that you're even here, learning, stacking, preparing, listening, that makes you a pioneer in the new financial system. They can't take you out, right? But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. But like these historic snapshots, 2013, look how far we have come as an industry. Look at it from that perspective. It is so important. And let's just say, this is the crazy part. Let's just say if somebody were to put $1,000 into XRP. Okay, are you ready for this? Let's do some quick numbers. If somebody were to put $1,000 into XRP starting now, new investors, all the way until December, and let's just say XRP, for God blessing reasons, stays at $3.01, so Mr. Jimmy from Idaho could accumulate XRP at these levels. So XRP stays right here, $3.01, and you have $1,000 every month. So you don't have a lot. You don't have a lot a month, but I think you'll accumulate less than 1,300 XRP. 1,300 XRP. End of this year, early 2026 is going to be crazy. XRP's price it's not going to stay here for people to accumulate. Did you hear that? $1,000 every month for the next couple of months, 6 months, 4 months. on average, is going to give you less than 1,300 XRP. Less than 1,300 XRP with $6,000 invested. It's done. Mass accumulation is done. And if you're sitting there saying it's still cheap, retail still has an opportunity, you're completely dumb. And that's a fact. What individual is going to come in here with 50K and grab up 16,000 XRP with full conviction and not diversify into other assets? Right? You need to have major capital coming in now to accumulate mass accumulation amounts that the previous holders did. And I want you guys to understand, even if you do hold that, 1,300, 1,600 XRP, and if you never sell and you are, you have the courage to hold it, and if you are sure it's going to go to $1,000, you're still going to end up with over $1 million. But on this channel, I don't entertain, anything over $100. And some of you guys may say, yeah, that's why we hate you, boo. No, obviously I'm joking, but it's just like $100 is a good starting point. But right now, it may not be, because if you have $1,600, XRP goes to, or 1,300 XRP, XRP goes to $100, you have just six figures. You have less than $140,000, give or take, right? So they're going to wait for $500 XRP or $1,000 XRP. But am I putting those numbers out of question? 500 to 1,000? Absolutely not. Okay, this system is going to outlive us. Understand that. And I'm not going to say $1,000 is going to happen after you die, but XRP's valuation is limitless. The sky's the limit, and $500 in the future will happen. $1,000 in the future will happen. But I always say $100 by 2030. It logically has to happen. And anything over that, let it be. Let it be. But this is just reality, and sometimes it rubs people the wrong way, but this is reality. This is reality. Remember, Bitcoin was at 5 cents. Your $400 investment would have been a billionaire. Imagine you told your, in high school, hey guys, I just bought $400 worth of Bitcoin. I think it's like 8,000. It's going to make me a billionaire. You would have looked like an idiot. Delusional. Same with Ethereum. But you do understand. Oh man, I can't even talk about it. I know you guys understand where I'm coming from. Like this, what is being built with XRP, the people that don't see it, it blows my mind. Okay, I'm done. I'm absolutely done. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And we have less than 30 pendants left. These are going to be discontinued. If you guys enjoyed the video today, go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. But these pendants are going to be discontinued. Remember, we did that engraving ones. These are not going to be engraving, but we had to put a minimum order to get the engravings done. And we had just over 150 left that were not engraved. So we're covering the cost. That's why the price right here is, you're seeing pretty much over 60% off. And you do get 2 free credit card skins. And I'm not in, I'll put this in the description down below so you could read it, but it's pretty much starting August 29th. It's going to be extremely a headache to ship to the US, which is absolutely crazy. I got the notification today from our warehouse saying, hey, listen, we're getting huge changes. We got to get these out fast. So starting August 29th, well, we're going to have to go a different way, but Canada Post is pretty much giving you a headache when you want to ship to the US. You got to take a picture of every single order. But I know we'll get rid of these. Everything's going to be shipped out within the next couple business days. By Wednesday, everything will be shipped out. So if you guys order today over the weekend, everything is going to be shipped out by Wednesday. And you will not find anything like this on the internet. Go for it. Type in XRP pendant. Do your own due diligence. But you're not going to find anything like this. Okay? And nowhere near this price. The link is in the description down below. And we'll be back with another video.
They told us dream small, but we had the stars in mind. While they chased hype, we studied time. In the noise we found the signal. Brad knew just what to do. Now XRP hums like jazz. ripple flowing to the end. Truth is quiet, bold, and deep. We salute the ones who lose no sleep. Salute to the minds that built this chain. Salute, salute, through the trials, through the pain. Salute, salute, to the calm, to the wise. Salute, 100 in our eyes. Bitcoin maxis yell on stage, stuck in loops they call belief, while XRPL just clears the way. No delay, no grief. They hoard coins like dusty gold, but we got utility in every fold. The future ain't loud, it's steady breathing. Real ones know what's worth believing. It ain't hype, it's code and soul. We salute the ones who see the whole. Salute to the builders, to the flow. Salute, salute, where the real ones choose to go. Salute, salute, to the heart, to the plan. Salute, XRP will lead the land. Value don't lie, and truth don't shake. Let the whole world break, we remake. Strategic reserve, written in stars. XRP gonna take us far. So here's to the signal, clear and bright. To the dreamers who held on tight. No matter the storm, no matter the fight. Salute, we rise with the light.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.